Page 84, Morning Classic. At the top of the page they're talking about binary form. You see, musical pieces, musical compositions have certain forms. Can have. Don't have to have, but most of them follow a form of some kind. There's all kinds of different forms. Well, binary is referencing two. Bi means two. It's like try is 3, bi is 2. So binary is a 2 of something, and in this case it means there's 2 sections. We can have sections in a piece of music. It's like chapters in a book. We can have sections in a piece of music. So this is simply referring to a piece of music that has 2 sections in it. And now we label the sections with letters, A, B, C, D, whatever. And so the first section is A, and the next section would be B. And you can have these, and they can repeat. I could have an ABA, or ABAB, or ABC, or ABAC, or... But we're doing AB, where the first section, A, and the second section is B. The idea is there are 2 musical ideas. Here, at the beginning, the first, they have them labeled for you. The first 2 lines is section A, the second 2 lines is section B. So in section A, the melody or the musical idea would be this. 1, 2. And so forth, and then you get down to the section B, that melody is this way. It's a whole different melody, a whole different thing. You'd think it was a different piece. And that would be section B. Just the way it works. Now, usually, not always, obviously, because they didn't do it here, they will put a section break. There's a symbol for a section break for music in between the sections, and that helps identify when one section ends and another starts, but they don't have to, and they didn't here. But the section break would be 2 bar lines, 2 thin bar lines close together. It would look like the end of the piece symbol at the bottom with a thin and thick one, except they'd both be thin ones. So normally they would take and put 2 of those bar lines at the end of the second line, and that would indicate the end of the section. As I said, they don't have to, obviously they didn't, but many times you'll see that in music. So when you see those 2 bar lines, thin bar lines, you know it's a new section, it's a different section. That section, that's binary form. Let's talk about this piece. 4/4 time, we got treble and bass clefs again. In the right hand, we got 8th notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. The second measure is just a C major scale. If you've been doing the scale like I've been urging, this is a piece of cake, because you can already play this. You just play the scale. It makes playing the music so much easier when you can do the scales. And the section B, the 3rd line, you got chords. Got the F chord and the C chord and the G7 chord. That's pretty much it. Left hand, at the beginning you got chords. Then in section B, the left hand gets to have some fun with a rest to the rest. Then when you get down to the last line, look out. Let's look at the last 2 measures. You're here. For the last measure, you have to move down here. Put your thumb on this G, and that last note is a C. It's down here. You need to memorize it. 2 ledger lines below the bass clef is a C here. So you got to move here. You got a quarter rest to do it in. During the rest, you simply come down here. Dynamic-wise, you're starting out medium soft, moderately soft. That's the right hand here. So the left hand has to be soft. And then second line or second measure, you're going to get louder up to the first note in the 3rd measure. Here, that's where you're headed. So it's. And then you come back down to soft. Second line. Now you're medium loud. This is louder than the first line a little bit. Not a lot, just a little bit. Now you're you're going to go up to loud. And then go back down to soft. Third line, it's the left hand's going to take it, so keep the right hand soft. The last line, it starts medium soft, that's left hand, and you're going to crescendo to a loud at the end. Now the last two measures, the right hand takes the melody. This is the right hand. Like so, you end it loud. That's the dynamics. So add the dynamics. The idea here is not only does it start to make the music more musical, it gives you more practice at this control, how loud and soft you're playing everything. You need lots of practice at that. Even when you're practicing the scale, you can practice getting louder as you go up if you want, and softer as you go down, and then again, try it again, only start loud and get softer as you go up, and then louder as you go down. So as you're doing the scales, you can practice these dynamics too. Now be careful going from the second line to the third line, because you're in the second line, your right hand is up here and your left hand is here, because the scale, you changed position. Now you're up here, but when you go to the third line, the right hand has to come back down to here. You get one beat rest to do it in, and during that rest you simply move the right hand down so you're ready to go. The left hand is fine right where it's at. But we have to plan these hand moves in advance, and we practice the hand moves if we have to, because the beat's got to keep going. You can't hesitate with the beat because of anything. It's just got to keep going, no matter what. If you can't do that yet, you don't know the piece yet. Don't go on until you know the piece well enough that you can play it without any hesitations or glitches. It takes some people longer than others, but just be patient with yourself and it will come eventually. Let's try this out slowly, checking the notes and the rhythms and all that. You know how it goes. I'll give us 4 counts. So starting out in C position. 1, 2, ready and go. And 1 and 2.